Good morning, friends, or afternoon, or night, whatever time you're watching this, but hi, friends. So, last week I was talking about how I wanted to, do some things that were good for my soul, slow down and everything. So, I'm going camping today. I gotta get dressed and pack and all that stuff, and don't say nothing about this. If you do, you're a hater. No, it's the tag, like the visitor tag from whenever I went to go see my mom in the hospital, and I guess I washed it with it on there. And now I don't want to scrub it off, so deal with it. Anyways, I'm excited because I'm going to Garden of the Gods, and it doesn't have like a water source or anything, but it's really pretty. So I'm taking Piper, my 7-year-old, and my husband with me. The other kids didn't want to go. So it's just for one night, and there is no cell service, so it's going to be nice to sit back and disconnect from society while reconnecting with myself and my husband and my daughter. So I'm excited for that. It is looking pretty gloomy out. I checked the weather. I don't know if you can see that, but it's gloomy skies. I checked the weather. It's not supposed to rain. It's just supposed to be gloomy. So we'll see whenever we get there. But I am really excited to do this. So I'll check back in a little bit. Okay, so I completely forgot to take a video while there was still some daylight out, but we're here at the campsite. We're in the Shawnee National Forest. We did not get to camp at Garden of the Gods because there's only 12 campsites and they were already taken by the time we got there at 4 o'clock. But we just toured the Garden of the Gods, and then we looked for like the nearest campgrounds, and we're at Pounds Lake Campground, which is really nice. You can't see anything, like literally it's so dark. Shane is over there cooking, and Pipes is on the hammock over here, and then a little tent, but it's so dark you can't really see anything. The purpose of this was to kind of reconnect and everything, and it hasn't happened yet. Like, I don't feel that yet, but maybe it was because we came so late and it's been busy. There wasn't a really like slow down time. So that scared me. Sorry, my lantern went out. But yeah, so I haven't really had time to slow down and connect and do what my intention was to come out here. But maybe tonight as I'm falling asleep, it'll be quiet and it'll be good. We'll find out. That camping trip was not it. That was not at all what I needed or what I expected it to be, y'all. Okay, so we get to our campsite at Pounds Lake. We are eating our dinner. Everything's going great. We fall asleep. Well, around midnight, Shane wakes me up. My husband wakes me up, and he's like, there's a lady screaming, like she just screamed at that campsite over there. It sounded like she was being stabbed, right? So I'm like, oh my gosh. So we wake up, I'm listening. They're being super sketchy at that other campsite. I was like, we're going to pack up, we're going to leave, and we're getting out of here. So we pack up everything, get in the car, and the car will not start. Won't start. So we're in the car for I'm like, we're sleeping in the car tonight. Like, we're not getting out. But about an hour goes by. Our daughter is not having it. The car's hot, obviously. We can't roll the windows down too far because then the bugs are going to come in. It's just not working out. We're in there for an hour. It's not working out. We are like, they're gone, or they seem to be gone for the time being. So we set our tent back up and I fell asleep. So about an hour later, my husband wakes me up. He's like, somebody's going at our campsite. I look out the tent. It's a doggone raccoon eating some grapes. It just like had the bag of grapes milling on that. So I was like, do not wake me up unless you are for sure we're in danger. I was so aggravated. So then we wake up the next morning. Car still won't start. We get a ride from a lady, which I am so thankful that she gave us a ride. But like, she's pretty spooky. Like, she scared me a little bit, but I'm so grateful that she took us. She drove us to where we could get a signal because there was no signal. We're calling all kinds of tow truck companies. They're like, that's too far away. It's a Sunday. Like, everybody's telling us no. Well, I see a diner on the right-hand side, like, of this town the diner is the town. And I was like, just drop us off here so that I can get someone to come pick us up. Like I can tell them where we are. So she drops us off, but she didn't want to leave. And we were like, we're good. You can go home, please. But the owners of the diner were so nice. They helped us get our car to a mechanic. We had to sit there for like 4 hours while we tried to figure everything out. We ate breakfast. They let us stay there. My daughter fell asleep. They were like, put some chairs together so that she can go to sleep. They were so kind and nice to us. And we wound up being able to come home, but I still don't have my car. I don't know how much it's going to cost because they told me they're not going to get to be able to look at it until tomorrow. So it definitely was not, a time to quiet the mind and to go in. But I did learn something very valuable, which is I no longer want to live in a tiny home, right? Like for years, I've been like, I want to own a tiny home on a piece of land and grow my own food and live like this slow life in this tiny home. Not anymore. I don't want to live out in the country. I am very happy having cell phone service and modern day conveniences like right here around the corner. I can drive and go get Tylenol. I don't want to do that anymore. So now we're just going to move right along to something else that I think will bring me temporary joy, which is gardening, right? So this week I'm going to try to plant something in that little side piece that we talked about last week. I don't know what though. Like I need something that's easy to grow because I just need something that's easy to grow. So if you guys have any suggestions on what I could grow, leave those down in the comments. And next week we'll take a look at those 2 comments or the week after that, we'll take a look at those 2 comments and figure out what I'm going to grow. So I'll see you guys next